What's up, YouTube? Griever here, and yes, I have finally found them here in central New Jersey. The Nerf Magnus has arrived. Before I get into my kind of like little quick unboxing, overview, and internals and all that stuff, I actually want to say thank you to Psych. Many of you probably know who he is. Our good friend Psych over in Singapore. Me and him message back and forth through YouTube pretty regularly, and even replying back and forth in each other's comments. And I just want to say to him, thank you for... I know you thanked me for your support back on an episode of Pwned a while ago, but I never got a chance to say thank you for the support that you have actually given me. And it actually makes me really happy to know that, you know, not only are my videos being enjoyed, you know, stateside here, but internationally. That really means something to me, and that is a really, really cool feeling. So thank you very much for that, and thank you to all my subscribers and viewers and everyone. So, but now let's get to the blaster, or the box at least. It claims 85 foot ranges out of this thing, which, surprisingly enough, for a pistol about a fourth of the size of the Centurion and only a 15 foot difference, that says a lot about the Centurion. I'm sorry. I did get to play around with one back during the summer. And while it was cool, it was nowhere near impressive as everyone thought it was going to be. But I'm going to open this up, I'm going to show you what it comes with, and then I'm going to go over the blaster as always. Okay, so it comes with this sheet of instructions on loading the darts, firing the darts, and clearing a jam. I've played around with, I have actually two of these. One I have at work, and I've been playing around with it all afternoon. I've only had one slight jam, and that was, honestly, I would say just a weird feed error. That the dart I didn't push down the dart all the way, so I'll even chalk it up to user error. But other than that, this thing has not eaten any darts. This has not destroyed any darts, and I mean, I was using the 3 darts that it came with all afternoon, and nothing bad ever happened to them. For those of you who don't know, this is a Mega Dart. This is an Elite Streamline. Yes, they do fit inside each other, so that just shows you the massiveness that these fucking darts are. This is the first Mega product I've owned, so I'm in awe of these goddamn things. I mean, they're ginormous. Then there's the blaster itself. I do like the red color scheme. I do not like this gigantic red Mega thing that they put on it. That's the one, I have to say, on the overall, that's the one gripe I have. I don't need to know it's Mega. This tells me it's Mega. It's red. This is Elite. It's blue. Red. Blue. Red. Blue. Blue. Red. Duh. Anywho. The grip. Okay. Here's the thing with the grip. The grip is small. However, it's comfortable and it fits my hand. I know, this sounds weird, but my hammer shot grip is totally comfortable. This is, I still say, one of the most comfortable grips I've ever had. The Retaliator grip fits pretty good. I mean, I still got room in my hand and all that stuff. This thing, I pretty much close my hand fully around it, but it's comfortable to hold. And even though it feels small, especially in comparison to the size of the blaster, it's comfortable. It still ships with this textured grip like Sykes has, and it also goes into the trigger well here. It's smooth plastic on the back here, and it does still have the silver accenting, which actually is surprisingly only on one side of the blaster. Right here is another silver accent, yet on the opposite side it's white, so that's a little weird. I mean, I am going to be putting a paint job on at least one of my Magnuses, so, I mean, there's that. I'm going to do the internals. Oh, let me do quick loading and all that stuff. Sorry, I was jumping the gun there. Okay, so priming is pretty much like the Recon and Retaliator, where it's, and Maverick and most pistols, where it's the top prime, and once you prime it back, it reveals your internal clip, which will hold 3 darts only. It will not fit any others. Because, as you can see there, there's not much real give to it. To close it up, just push it back forward, and it's primed. There is no prime indicator on this thing, so pretty much you gotta assume that it is always, if you have a dart in here, you gotta assume it's primed. It's got decent kick to it. I'm just gonna shoot at something over here, so hopefully I'll be able to get the darts back, because I only have the 3. If I shoot myself in the head, this is going to be YouTube gold. Thankfully, I did not shoot myself in the head. But even dry firing this thing, you can hear the power in this thing. And that's with the air restrictor still in here. This thing is still totally stock. So, alright, so I'm going to do the internals next, and then I'll give you my final thoughts. So, watch it. Okay, for sake of time, I've already unscrewed everything, and I've also popped off the slide piece. Now, the slide you may have a little bit of an issue with, just due to this little area, this little tab right here. I don't know how well it's going to show on camera, but it's actually, don't want to lose that. It's actually a snap piece that goes into the rail lining here. So just be careful with that when you're removing it. Don't break it. I don't know if it's going to be a major issue if it breaks or not, but just be careful with it. There's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 9 screws in the body, not including the 4 that's in the slide. There's 8 visible, not including the slide. There's 8 visible, and then there's 1 hidden one right in the back here. So, and from what I can tell, which actually is going to be really cool, and actually very helpful for painting, is the pistol grip itself looks like it's snapped in place, much like the Fire Strike's handle, which, if it can be taken off easily, will make painting this thing a whole hell of a lot easier later on. Now, unfortunately, the internals are fairly reminiscent of the Dart Tag Blaster. I mean, you have the internal clip here, which that's fine with. You have your little dart swingy doors. There is the direct plunger system, which is right back here, and then you have your trigger system, which is actually screwed into place. So I guess that's on a good side too. Ow. Ow. There's actually a sharp piece of plastic right back here, so bunch of cells. Shit, that hurt. Okay, anyway, that's your release button part. I'm going to see what I can do to try and take this thing out, but it's actually fairly late, and I really don't want to screw around with this thing too much. But this is your plunger system right here. As you can tell, when you slide the system back, which actually seems to be locked with it open. Oh no, there it goes. You slide it back. You can see all the pieces moving and all, so, you know, pushing it back. Ah, damn. Looks like there's a few locks in here. There's a slide lock. There is a trigger lock. I gotta figure out where those are. I might be taking those out at a later date, but for the time being, this is what it looks like internally, or at least default internals. So, like I said, right now, I only have the one with me. It's late. I'm not going to screw around with this too much. I'm going to close this thing back up, and I'm going to go over pretty much my final thoughts on this thing. So, that's next. Okay, so my final thoughts on this thing. I like it. I really do. I mean, modding potential-wise, there's plenty that can be done with this thing. One, you can definitely upgrade the spring since it's got a direct plunger system, and it looked like the catch was fairly beefy enough or well enough that it should hold it, or even with a little bit of reinforcement, you should be fine with an upgraded spring on this. There are already clip expansion mods out there. Psych has done one where he's put a regular end strike clip into the blaster itself, and it looks like it's a swappable clip. So I mean that's always a plus. Southern Brisbane Nerf Club, I saw on the Nerf Modders Welcome Facebook page, had another take on the expanded clip here, where they actually took a Centurion 6-round clip, loaded in here, and it still loads perfectly fine. You still load it from the top, no problem. It's just adding the expansion to where you can get 6 shots instead of 3 in this thing. I mean, painting-wise, you can do this up. However, I'm thinking maybe in RoboCop Auto 9 for mine, just because I always love that thing. But yeah, that's going to do it for this video. I want to thank you all for taking your time to watch this. I hope you enjoyed it. If you did, please like and subscribe, give me a thumbs up, and I will see you for my next video. Later!